Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Chef Jen, and today I'll be showing you how I prepare saltfish fritters. Now saltfish is just salted codfish, so that's why I have it here soaking in this water. It has been soaking for a day now, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from the water and scrape off the skin and scales with a knife and then pull it apart, flake the meat away from the bones. And the purpose of soaking it is to remove as much salt as possible because you don't want the fritters to be too salty. So, yeah, and the soaking also helps to soften the fish and make it easier to remove the skin and scales. So for this recipe, you're going to need onion, tomato, black pepper, olive oil for frying. And to make it healthy, I'm going to use whole wheat flour and all-purpose flour. To be honest, I'm going to use thyme as well, but I never normally measure the flour, but I'm going to say like 1.5 cups of whole wheat flour and 1 cup of all-purpose flour for this recipe. I just normally judge it based on how much fish I have here. So you're gonna need a skillet, a bowl to mix for the mixture, and then you're also gonna need a plate with paper towel to drain each fritter as they're done frying. So I'm gonna prepare the fish and prep the ingredients and then come back and show you how it looks. So here it is. I went ahead and prepped the saltfish, try to remove as much of the bones as possible. I use 1/4 of a medium onion, 1 Roma tomato, whole wheat flour, 1.5 cups, about a cup of all-purpose flour, some dried thyme leaves, about a teaspoon or half a teaspoon, and about a teaspoon of black pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this into here. Then I'm gonna mix it with some water to create the mixture. I'm going to go ahead and heat up my frying pan to medium heat and then add some extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so I've just added enough water to create a batter. When it looks like this, I don't know how much water it is. I just kept adding water and mixing it until it creates a batter like this, looking like this. And you could use green onions. They call it scallion in Jamaica, green onions in America. You could use that instead of the onions, and that would give it a nice flavor. But I'm going with onions today, and this is ready for frying. This is ready for frying now. You just want to use enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. I went ahead and tasted the mixture, and it tasted a little bland. So I added some all-purpose seasoning, about a half teaspoon or to a teaspoon, and some seasoning salt to just give more flavor to the batter. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this spoon right here. Spoon the mixture in. Try not to make a mess. You could also burn a piece of Scotch bonnet pepper in the oil as well to make it more flavorful. But if you're making it for kids, you wouldn't want to do that because they won't like the spicy flavor. So I'm going to start with these 3. I never normally time it. Just wait until it starts looking brown on the other side, and then you'll know when to flip it. Another tip, if you don't feel like using all of this batter in one day, you can go ahead and cover it with a lid tightly closed lid and just place it in the refrigerator and use it on another day or later the same day. You don't have to use all of the batter on the same day. Basically just fry the fritters until it's golden brown on each side. I would say 3 to 4 minutes on each side. I think it would be best to use some canola oil for this recipe because I realized that the fritters are soaking up all of the olive oil. I don't like deep fat frying. I prefer to use a little bit of fat when I'm frying. So this time around I'm going to try some organic coconut oil. See how well that works when I'm frying fritters. So this is how it looks with a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil. It smells so good. I think it's going to add to the flavor of the fritters as well. I realize that the burning point is higher on the coconut oil. It's smoking and stuff. But we'll see how these 3 fritters turn out. These are the last batch. I'm going to taste it. You can also taste one before you fry the rest to see if you need to adjust the recipe. So I'm going to taste one and see how that tastes in a little bit. I went ahead and tried this one, and batter tastes flavorful enough, and the saltfish is still salty. Not too salty, but salty enough to give enough flavor to the fritters. So if you don't have the time to soak the saltfish for one whole day, you can go ahead and boil the saltfish in some water for about 20 to 30 minutes, and that will soften up the saltfish so that you can be able to make this recipe. And as I said, you can go ahead and adjust the batter as you fry the fritters to, adjust the taste to your liking. You can add some more all-purpose seasoning or black pepper or whichever spices you think it needs to make it taste a little better. So this is the second set that I use the coconut oil to fry. I'm going to taste this one and see if it tastes different from this one, which I use the olive oil for. When I was younger, I used to enjoy having fritters with some ketchup as a dip. So delicious. So I'm going to try these and let you know. I find that using the coconut oil definitely adds a better flavor to the fritters. So I'm going to continue frying them using the coconut oil. And this is how it looks. That's all.